Dragons! So yeah, let's do this one. So this is going to be long hell, because I'm going to do a little bit of a catch up. One, yes, I think I have, I don't know if I reviewed any of them, but I have seen the first one, the animated one. I love how I'm calling this sort of How to Train Your Dragon 4 mentally in my head. It's like, so I have seen the first one. I know this is also How to Train Your Dragon 1. This is technically the fourth one to me. This is How to Train Your Dragon 4, but we're doing live action and it's basically the first one. Just ignore that small detail. Just ignore all of that and how you're now currently debating in your head how any of that makes sense. Yeah, good luck. But I have seen the animated How to Train Your Dragon 1, 2, and 3. I loved all of them. I've also seen some of the TV series, which I don't know is getting thing. I don't think you need it. It is a good series. And the first 3 movies, even though it's really interesting that in the second one, I'm not going to say what. It doesn't really take much to story, so I am going to say it. The second one kind of, if you see the TV series, he has a different dragon in that than he does in How to Train Your Dragon 2. I just find that funny. I don't know if that means he has 2 dragons, because if that's the case, where did the second one go in the third movie? Or they just didn't communicate that, which I think is a more realistic answer, which is the TV series takes the first movie and that's really about it. So if you watch like the TV series, all you need to do I think is watch the movie, because I don't think they reference anything in the second movie, and I don't think the second movie referenced the TV show. So you don't need to watch it and if you just want to watch the films, the first 3 movies I think are connected, and I don't think the TV show is. If you want to watch the TV show, watch it after the first one, but do be acknowledged that I don't think canonically it takes place during the other 2. Besides the point, this is not me talking about the animated one. I will come across that because I didn't think I reviewed it, and so I rewatched it so I can review it. You know, I did it in a very weird way because it's like there's 4 more extra reviews, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then animated. Anyway, that's me watching it. I think I watched it roughly when it came out originally. Besides the third one, which I waited a bit, and then I think I watched it when I bought the... I don't know if I got the DVD of that one. But anyway, I watched it not in cinemas, where I think the first 2 I think... No, I think all of them I watched out of cinemas. But I watched it roughly when it originally came out, and I loved it. So when someone was like, oh, by the way, they're doing a live action remake of it, especially when Straw Hat Goofy was talking about it, and positively, I was like, but the Disney stuff, and it's like, yeah, the Disney live action stuff is... shit. Sorry, bad cough. Sorry, trying to say that slowly. But yeah, kind of... that's a bad joke. Anyway, it's not great. It's not. It's bad. And quite bad. So yeah. But I do acknowledge that. So when people were talking about this, I was hesitant, and when people started talking positively, because live action always seemed as negative, the only 2 live action ones that I've seen is that I sort of like is the original Alice in Wonderland, because I like the weirdness of Alice in Wonderland, so I can deal with all like the dark broodiness of it, if it's sort of like that weird oddness to it. I know there's better versions of Alice in Wonderland in any form. Especially Alice in Borderlands, which I think is amazing, but that's, again, besides the point. You can see why the rating is a problem for me. Anyway. The other one I like is Maleficent, which I think I've said before on this style review, but I have said before, but I do love it. I do think it's cool, I do think it's amazing, and it's one of the things that I think is so cool to watch. But, so yeah, this. Like I said before, there was a reason why I was hesitant, but when I watched it, especially during the flight scenes, absolutely amazing. Don't want to with spoilers, but that is so cool. And the changes I do have, which is important, but I wanted to say spoilers because several stories are sort of the same. A lot of people are saying this is 1-to-1 to the animated one. Yes. Besides, Asterix is a person of colour. That's a thing. Do I think it's bad? No. It's awesome. It's one of, like, there's certain things where, like, you change certain things and, like, okay, that's different. There's some, like, the way they set it up with, like, we have come here to kill the dragons. I don't know how the second one will go. That will be fun. If they do the second one, I am going to legitimately say the second one is kind of my favourite out of the trilogy, kind of. At the animated one, I don't know. But I'll get to that when we get to that. Or we won't. I don't know if they make a second or third one. I feel like I would love it. I would actually go and see this fully. But how they use, like, oh, we're going to come together. The other thing I like, which later on in the movie, both animated and live action, they have a scene of his Toothless and we're going into the thing. But this one, which is unlike the last one, which is, again, why I watched it, because I wanted to double check it, the scene where they go in beforehand and the ships get wrecked, which is before, like, he comes back and is like, you're going to learn how to train with dragons. That scene doesn't exist. So it's like, oh, why are they so dangerous? Proof. They show them, like, destroying the boats. I do find this fun, but I do get why people are like, oh, it's a similar thing. Because when I watched the animated one, it's like, yeah, it's the same. And if you put me both in front of me, I'm not going to lie, I am going to take the animated one. Sue me. But I am going to say, this is one of the live action remakes that I look at it and I see art. I see this as awesome. And yeah, go and watch it. It is cool. So yeah, there's nothing more to add, because again, I have been talking about this for a while, and besides having a connection between, I forgot the character's name, the character who's interested in Astrid, but no, it's not Fishlegs. That's the only one I remember, which is Asterisk, Fishlegs, Snotlout. That's it. Snotlout has a more connection with his father, which they didn't. But I would also like to point out, they have this connection more in the TV series. So I don't know if they sort of took cues from that and then put it into this. Which makes sense, because Snotlout is more. There's a lot of character development. There's a lot of character development debatably for all of them, fully. Because it's a TV show, you can do a bit more. Well, you're kind of seen as doing a bit more. I would also like to point out, the animation isn't as good, but isn't bad in the TV series. I'm honestly talking about the TV series, like, you know what it is. But it's not bad, it's just not as good compared to the animated. So yeah. Some more information. Might liked. But information, go watch this. It is 100% worth it. And yeah, the Doctor Who, this is just special one, because the free special I treated as different things, so I'm treating the behind the scenes as different things. Also, I might do the same thing for Disney's Plus TV series, which also has behind the scenes segments, which I might check into. I don't know. Put a question mark on that. But yeah, this is next, which is probably going to be 1 minute, because I don't have much to say about it. So yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like this video. This long video, sorry for me doing a rant, but I like How to Train Your Dragon. But yeah, good night.